Hi guys, Chantal here from Nerdy Mama. Today we're going to build a potty stool type 2. So basically, I shared with you before on the last potty stool video that my kid is really short and she needs a little help, just a little bit of help getting off and on the gigantically tall toilets we have in our house. So this time I went with a much simpler stool variation. It's very much just a box with butt joints glued together. So let's give it a try.
So I started with this piece of indiscriminate wood. It's about 4.5 inches wide, something like that, and it's about an inch thick. Again, I say indiscriminate, and don't look at my table saw technique. I have since learned a whole lot about how to do that safer and better, so just ignore how terrible of a table sawer I am. But basically, I cut it down to about 12 inches long and about 6 inches high on the two little legs. So 2 pieces that are 12 inches, 2 pieces that are about 4 inches. Just make sure that they're the exact same length, whatever length you decide to do. Once they were cut, I decided to go ahead and sand them because they were kind of gnarly looking, and I wasn't really sure if I was really happy with the wood, to be frank, because it was really gnarly looking, had a little bit of water damage in some areas. But once I got that patina off, it really did start to look like a nice actual hardwood, which, again, not knowing what it was kind of weird, but whatever. So then I glued the legs on, and I had these nifty corner clamps that I got from, well, I got them online, but it turns out you can also get them at Harbor Freight. So go check them out at Harbor Freight in person if you decide you want to do this project. They're really, really cheap. So I just glued them with little butt joints. Didn't even put any brads or anything in them because, frankly, at the end of the day, this is not going to get a ton of use. Maybe 2 or 3 times a day, at most. once everything had had a chance to dry on all the different pieces that, you know, glued together, I went ahead and took all the clamps off, and then it was time to do kind of just some touch-up sanding, basically, to get the whole piece kind of finished out. I also went through and I went ahead and knocked off all of the corners so that they were a bit rounded over, not really for aesthetics as much as I didn't want my kid to get a little scratch or anything. And I also I made sure each join was really nice and tight at that point, kind of pushing down on it and everything, just in case the glue wasn't enough, but it turns out it was perfect. I decided to use tung oil for the finish, really nothing fancy, just kind of splashed it over it, really brought out that wood grain. It's very pretty. And then I actually ended up doing 2 coats and just sanded really, really lightly with 400 grit sandpaper in between.
See guys, like I said, really super simple. And if you like this video, I really love it if you go ahead and hit the subscribe button, give the little bell some pushy love as well, so that YouTube knows you want to be notified every week when a new video comes out. Thank you so much for being here. Let's do this.